Tech savvy eludes me. Cards have been in D&D's world since its release and are a core part of the game. On odd-numbered floors, players vote between 3 permanent upgrades or bonuses for the team, making survival easier. Things like increasing your stamina, getting a random item, or killing your teammates. I've voted hundreds of times on dozens of cards throughout countless runs. But Tech Savvy? I don't get it. Its description reads, decreases the amount of time needed to fill up machines by 5 seconds. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Well, when it says 5 seconds, what does that mean? 5 seconds for who? Tunes progress machines at varying speeds based on their stats. A tune like V makes more progress on a machine in 5 seconds than a tune like Shrimpo in the same amount of time. Well, maybe that doesn't matter. The card says 5 seconds, you should save 5 seconds, regardless of the tune you're playing as. And that's a fair assumption. But to be sure it's true, we first have to know, how long does it take to complete a machine normally, without Tech Savvy? The equation 45 over extraction speed tells us the time it takes to finish a machine by default, without any modifiers or great skill checks. You can find a tune's extraction speed from opening the stats menu in-game. Extraction speeds range from 0.75 for a 1-star tune, all the way to 1.5 for 5 stars. So, for a 1-star tune like Shrimpo, you put in that extraction value, and you'll get 60 seconds to complete a machine. How about a 5-star like V? Do the same, just with her stats, and get 30 seconds. Do it for all of them, and you get these times. Notice that 3-star takes 45 seconds. Having 3 stars in any stat is the default amount. Every starter tune has 3 stars across the board for that reason. So that means, by default, a machine takes 45 seconds to complete, which is why 45 is used here in the equation. Cool, we know the math behind the machines, but what about Tech Savvy? The theory is, subtract 5 seconds from the final time it takes to complete a machine, and doing that results in this. Nice, these numbers look promising, so let's test them in-game. After comparing footage of several games without great skill checks or modifiers, and something's not right. 3-star matches perfectly, but everyone else is significantly off. 1-star should have taken 55 seconds, but finished almost 2 seconds faster than was theorized. And 5-star, it was actually about 2 seconds slower. Then what's really going on? Well, it has to do with the wording of Tech Savvy. Its interpretation can be decreases the amount of time needed to fill up machines by 5 seconds. It's not claiming to decrease the seconds you take, it's how many seconds the machine takes. So instead of subtracting 5 here, you subtract 5 from the default time. And the results look like this, which are a lot more accurate to the in-game footage. Tunes who are slower at machines save more real seconds, and tunes who are faster save less. If you're lost, here's an analogy. So you have a machine, and to make progress, you have to turn its valve. The faster you turn the valve, the faster ichor is pumped into the machine. This is like extraction speed. Tech Savvy doesn't make you turn the valve faster. Tech Savvy increases the volume of ichor being pumped into this hypothetical machine. It doesn't make your flow faster, it makes the flow bigger, which saves time. You could think of Tech Savvy as spend 11.1% less time on machines, because that's essentially what it does. For most machines. This part's a little convoluted, so bear with me. Now, all this works for machines that only use your extraction speed to make progress. If a machine uses a different stat, like movement speed, it complicates things. Our equation and its tech-savvy counterpart don't apply to treadmills. If you try to replace extraction speed with movement speed, it'll give ridiculous times. So how does it work? I'm not entirely sure. I think I found something pretty close, but these are just my best guesses. The equation 600 over movement speed plus 2 for treadmills by default works out pretty nice. 1-star and 5-star movement speed take around 2 more seconds than a typical machine. And stranger, 3-star takes about 3 seconds less. But assuming you occasionally run, the total time will be drastically cut down. And the time gap between each star's results aren't linearly spaced. A tune with 1-star movement speed is outpaced by 12 seconds compared to 2 stars, but a tune with 4 stars is only beaten by around 4 seconds compared to 5. So the higher your movement speed, the less drastic the time saved will be. Kinda like Tech Savvy. Now, the Tech Savvy equation replaces 600 with 533, and just like before, the higher your stat is, the less Tech Savvy saves you. I checked around online, wiki included, to see if anyone else figured this out, but there's currently nothing. Tech Savvy is still a top pick to vote for. It might have sounded like choosing the card when you're already fast at machines is bad, but that's far from the truth. Even without Tech Savvy, having just one more star than another tune with Tech Savvy will have you finishing the machine first. And I'll also quickly mention that trinkets do affect Tech Savvy. Trinkets that increase relevant stats will result in Tech Savvy giving less, which isn't bad since you'll still save more time overall by just having the trinket equipped. That's everything. Thanks for watching this 5-minute video about a 2-second difference. Be sure to vote electrician.